Hi, this is Jordan Fisher. I'm the principal and managing broker of Good Bones Properties, and I'm here with Diana Castro of Legacy Lending. We're going to talk about, there's a lot of people who think that you still can't get that if your credit stinks, you can't get a loan, we've had credit problems in the past, and Diana is here to clarify some of those issues.
Yeah,
So,
great. Thanks for having
Sure.
me, Jordan. Yeah, I know that sometimes, people will go and want to buy a house and they go, for example, to their local lender and the lender just says, oh, sorry, you don't qualify because your credit's not good enough. And people are kind of left wondering, well, I still want to buy a house, what can I do? And there really are a lot of things that an individual can do to improve their credit if they need to. And sometimes, even if someone's had a BK, for example, they can still buy a house in a year or two under some programs. And sometimes the lenders do want to see that they've reestablished some credit, for example. People that have low credit scores, a lot of times it can be erroneous things that are on their credit report that we can actually get removed and fixed for them. A lot of times it might just be paying down a little bit of debt. A lot of times it might just be raising the credit limits, on their cards. It might actually going out and getting a car loan, or it might be not getting any more credit. So there really are a lot of specific things that can be done, but they really are custom to that person's situation depending on what their credit is and what's affecting their credit. And I think that's really important piece, is not just going somewhere that's going to say, oh, sorry, you don't qualify, but really sitting down and saying, okay, here's the reasons why you don't qualify. You may not qualify today, but if you did this, you could now qualify in a week, or in a few weeks, or in a few months down the road. But now people really have a plan of exactly what they can do in order to improve their credit and actually buy a home.
Good. So what you're saying is don't stop.
Don't stop. There's hope.
Yeah. So if you think you have poor credit, if you think you have poor credit, you've been turned down. Don't just sit there and try again in a year or two. Like, start working on your credit now, because you never know. But there are programs too, right, for people who don't have good credit. You can still get a loan even today, possibly.
Yes, possibly. It all depends on the reasons why the credit's poor. Is it because of collections? Is it just because of lates? Is it because of BK? Is it because of judgments? I mean, what are the reasons why, the credit is poor? And yes, sometimes you can still get a loan.
Okay. And FHA 3.5% down.
Right.
So there is hope out there.
Yeah.
If you have hope of buying your dream house, you got to talk to someone like Diana and make sure you know all your options. Because if you hear that you can't get a loan, a lot of times you probably can, or you should be working on improving your credit so you can get a loan as quick as you can.
Right, and there's different ways to improve it. I know there's, like the different credit repairs, but then that doesn't give somebody control of what they can do, and then there's also credit improvement. And so sometimes it can be a combination of maybe doing credit repair along with credit improvement, where you as the borrower can actually take control of the things you can do to improve your credit, versus credit repair as an outside organization that is going to do different things on your credit.
Good, good. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.